What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live here. We coming up to we're after the 1 o'clock hour at this point. Man, we got the draft tonight. Before we get started, I have to say this, ladies and gentlemen, you're not likely to get the notification tonight. This is the second draft stream of the day already. So what that means is YouTube typically doesn't send a notification out to all the viewers once you start the third stream. Typically, that's how it works. Some of you will get it, but most of you won't. So I will be live at 7 p.m. That is the goal. 7 p.m., no later than about 7:10, okay? I will be live at about 7 p.m. tonight for the NFL draft. We're going to have a lot of fun. Y'all make sure y'all come through. Let's watch the draft together, man. I'm excited about it. And maybe some fireworks fly and we get ourselves in the first round or something. I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I think it's gonna be fun being able to somewhat relax and sit back and watch it from a spectator standpoint and not be so emotionally involved this year. All right. So remember, you may not get the notification. Remember, around 7 p.m. we will be live for the draft, and we will be live all the way until 11, 12 o'clock, whatever time it's over. So we're going to be putting the work in, all right? I don't have cable, TD. One of the homies said that. That's why you got me. That's why you got me, man. So, anywho, without further ado, we're going to pick up where we left off on the last stream. But before we pick off, I got to bring my brother up in here. I got to bring my brother. See, we just had me and my brother. Y'all may not know who I'm talking about, man, because we just had a conversation backstage, and, we buried the hatchet, because he banned me from his channel. And, I said, you're always welcome on mine. And he said, to show that, me unbanning you from my channel is legitimate, I want to be a guest on your channel. I said, please, I've been begging you for forever. And you always said no. So I'm so happy that he finally made his way over here. Stephen D, ladies and gentlemen.
Boy, you trying to get people mad at me. You trying to get the people mad at me, really? Really?
Hey,
you banned from my channel? Boy, you know how much flack I get for TD Switch Talk on my channel all the time? Come on, man. TD Flip-Flop Talk?
No, ain't no flip-flop. Now you got to keep that over there, Miami Sports. Flip-flop. You need to call it a day, like Flip-Flop Mondays or something like that.
Flip-Flop Mondays.
What's up, Esteban? We see you in the building, man. He said I didn't get a notification. See,
he gets notifications on my channel though.
You see it was Steven. You see the energy he's already bringing y'all. This is why I'm not invited on his channel anymore. Well, according to him, I am now. So we'll see how long that lasts.
Y'all are too. You're a trip, bro. You're a trip. You got people. There's beef between Steven and TD. They got beef. They don't like each other.
Well, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Steven don't have to ask y'all. Y'all just hit it for him. Y'all hit the like button.
Exactly.
Somebody said I thought he was talking about D1.
No, sir.
Hey, anytime D1 ready to talk to me and admit that he was wrong on the stream, we good, man. We good, man.
Roni says I block more than Jesse Davis. Well, Jesse Davis didn't block at all.
Oh, wow.
I don't block nobody from my channel. I do not block anybody from my channel. If you are, I will go back through. The only people that I block are bots. And if you're blocked, that happened to be an accident. I will go back through Roni this afternoon and make sure that you are unblocked if you are blocked from my channel.
He'll do it too, Roni, because he unblocked me. See, so I'm not exempt. I mean, it's not personal. He blocked me all the time.
Always personal. Look here, brother.
Clemente said, I am blocked. Man, see, you got to do like me, Stephen D. Every 2 to 3 months, unblock everybody.
But even the bots?
Yeah, but they're bots. Okay. A new account is always going to show up.
All right, Clemente, Roni, I will, if you're, number one, I don't know why you're blocked, but I will unblock you from my channel to see. I'll do what TD said. I'll unblock everybody to save you.
Yes, please. No blocking, man. Unless you're disrespectful, right? Hey, Steven, how long you been a Dolphin fan?
My entire life.
How long has that been? Just got to make sure it's been more than 2 years.
33 years.
All right, just making sure.
I think about my age for a minute.
Yeah, we don't do pandemic fans over here.
Well, I am not one. I went to a buddy of mine's funeral about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to this funeral, and I haven't been living in North Carolina since I was a little kid. And I go to this funeral, and I haven't seen people I haven't seen in about 15 or 20 years. And they come up to me at the funeral, and they go, "Do you still root for the Dolphins?"
Wow.
I swear to you.
Randomly.
I go to his mom, who's in, look, her son just passed away, and you still root for the Dolphins? His mom. And so, like, I have been a Dolphins fan literally since I, was old enough to talk. And so, I'm not a pandemic fan.
We just
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, it became a thing today on the first stream. We're checking now because we realize that 30% of our fan base was created in the last 2 years.
Was it?
Yeah. 30% of our fan base came in the last 2 years. That's a big number, isn't it?
I mean, where are you getting these numbers from?
Steven.
I mean, TD, 30% of our fan base.
That's a big number, isn't it?
That is a big number. I'll give you that.
You know why it happened, right?
Tua.
Yeah, and where they came from.
Alabama.
Who did they belong to before that?
Nobody.
30% at least.
Well, y'all.
It might be greater. It might be greater, Steve.
Come on, TD.
It might be greater than 30. I'm being modest.
TD.
It might be, bro. You talk about Alabama Crimson Tide, an entire fan base that has a fan base just as big as any NFL team.
You want me to believe that 30% of the Miami Dolphins fan base has come in the last 2 years, and it's come from Alabama? From Nick Saban territory?
Let's just hypothetically say every team has 5 million fans in the NFL. Just hypothetically.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
How many fans you think Alabama got?
I mean, triple that. Easy. 15
million. More than NFL teams, right?
Yes.
How many of them you think?
I guarantee you there's more Alabama fans than Detroit Lions fans or Jacksonville Jaguar fans.
So watch this. How many of those Alabama fans became Dolphin fans when we drafted Tua? Take a guess.
I mean, at least a fifth of that population.
1/5 of 15 million is 3 million.
Okay.
That would take our average 5 up to 8. So technically, 3 out of 8.
Okay. Look, you bring up some valid points. I get you.
That's actually almost 40%, Steven.
Don't forget Hawaii, Clemente said. Don't forget Hawaii.
Lord. Oh, Lord.
Don't forget the Tua.
You're right. We ain't saying 30 no more. It's 40 now. 40% of our fan base, they almost got majority share, bro. They almost got majority share. They have infiltrated our fan base. So this is what I was explaining, Steven, and I'm using analogies because it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit perfectly. We let them walk right through the door and tell us what we are required to do as a fan base.
Infiltrate. They infiltrated our fan base.
But think about it, Steven. They walked in the door and said, "You're not a real Dolphin fan if you don't support Tua blindly like he's the greatest." They told us we're not real Dolphin fans if we don't believe in Tua's greatness. They walked in our house and told us we're not real fans of what we've always been fans of.
And I've been here for 30 plus years.
And told you if you don't believe in Tua's greatness, you're not a Dolphins fan. That's what they did.
It's fun. Number one, I've never heard this argument. This is the very first time I've ever heard this argument. I think it's an interesting one, to say the least. But I'll say this. I think my problem every day that I struggle with especially when I open up the panel and do stuff is, Steven's one of them. No way, Andres. Is that I see when certain fans defend Tua, and that if anybody criticizes him, even in the small, oh my God, he didn't tie his cleats correctly, whatever it is, and they go ham.
So who's going ham? The 30-year Dolphin fan or the Alabama fan?
I think the Alabama fan is going ham.
But you know the sad part about it? This is what they did, Steven. You can believe in Tua's greatness and support him and want him to be great, right?
I do want him to be great. Yeah, I do.
And
want
I can believe the same thing, right?
Mhm.
We're both Dolphin fans, and we both can believe the same thing. You think he's going to be an elite quarterback, and I feel like I don't know if he has it in him. That's me and your difference, right?
I think his ceiling's higher than I think you think his ceiling is.
Thank you. So we have a slight difference, but we're still family. We're still
Correct.
Dolphin fans. We're still
100%.
on the same page.
Yep.
The problem is that now 40% that I was preaching 30 came in and said, Steven, look at this hater. He keeps hating on our guy.
Do you know how many people in my chat on a daily basis talk crap about you? Like all the time, critique talk. Like
Because-
they think
because
you are
I
the biggest
threatened-
hater in the world.
But I am so talked about, Steven. I threaten the establishment of the 40%. But what I'm trying to make sure Dolphin fans realize is I have no quarrels with real Dolphin fans. They are trying to get between us. They come in and they say, Steven, look at him hating. See, he's hating on our guy. See, he's a hater. He's not a real. That's the division that they sow. But me and you are just fine. We're on the same page. We just got a small disagreement. We both Dolphin fans, and we hope Tua succeeds. But you have a ceiling that I don't see.
Are you 2-0? That's what they're saying in the chat. Are you 2-0? And he left.
Welcome to Clock Blockers, number one.
Welcome to
morning
Clock
show.
Blockers, home of the number one Miami fan morning show. I love you so much, TD.
You were breaking up there, Steven. But
I
anyway,
said it, boy. They got whoo.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie though. That would have been so genius if I was 2-9. I was like playing like his biggest supporter, but I'm also on the other side. That would be like I would see if I was 2-9, I would be on Twitter and everything. 2-9 will be revealed. I would have reveal dates and everything. It'll be so lit.
You'd have a countdown clock. And all that.
My God.
You'd have a website that's only a countdown clock.
Yep, it'll be a countdown clock. 2-9 will be revealed on this day. Prepare. Your darkest nightmare will be come to light. Something that would have been genius. and imagine with the
if you're listening, this is free. This is free for you. We're not charging you for this info.
Hey, and Steven, all the Tuaneers follow me, all the blah blah blah, and on the reveal day they see TD. Oh my God, that would have been the biggest troll of all time.
Well, no, what would be funny is the lead up to it. So everybody on social media would be like, who is
2-9 revealing himself?
Like, who is 2-9? Like, everybody would be trying to think who. There'd be bets. There'd be, all right, we got a block, like a Super Bowl block pick. Who's your block? I got TD. TD's my guy.
I need to hit 2-9 up and buy the rights, man. I need to buy the rights to. I'm finna go buy 2-9. I'm about to Elon Musk 2-9.
Look here, 44 billion. Billion.
Yeah, but this is 2-9, 44 cents.
44 cents. Look, the way my bank account is set up and my kids and my life, the 44 cents. That's as high as I'm going to go. Ain't going no higher.
Hey, that would have been lit. I'm telling you, Steven, you talk about the best plot of all time. That would have been lit. That would have been lit.
It would have been like those psychological thrillers that you
commemoration of Tua balling out this year. 2-9 will be revealing himself. Right before the first game of the season.
Maybe we can convince Elon Musk to buy 2-9, and then we don't have to worry about it.
He's running everything into the ground. Listen, man, but that's what's happening, Steven. They've infiltrated us and we gave them no rules. We let them walk right in the door. We gave them no rules. We held them accountable for nothing. We let them set the rules.
We've never had anything like that. Like I was trying to go on my channel and we were talking about the other day and I was like, do you remember the 7 years of Tannehill? Like it was controversial. Mm-hmm. There was two sides, right? Wasn't there?
Yeah, there was.
What's the difference between the hate that the Tannehill people had compared to the Tua? Because there's a difference.
Here's the difference. Texas A&M fans, They either like the Cowboys or the Houston Texans. Ain't no question. They didn't. They not gonna follow. They not gonna follow no player out of college and worship them. They're either Cowboy fans, ain't nothing gonna break it, or Houston Texans fans, and likely Cowboys. So that's the difference. The problem was Alabama has no team. They have fans from 6 states surrounding them.
I never thought about it like that. That's interesting.
And they came in and said, yeah, it's time for all us to move to Miami and take over. And they almost have majority share. They're trying to use the other half of our real fan base to get majority share. And technically, they might have it.
I like what AA says, Saban Serpents. I like that.
See, Saban hits us again. Saban keep doing it to us. But I'm telling you, Steve, because here's the funny thing about it. If Tua got traded tomorrow, wouldn't all of them be right out the door?
Yeah, they would.
Maybe 10%, but with that 10% theory, will stay because of Waddle. But I'm just saying.
So we have a fan, and I'm sorry I cannot remember his name, but he's from Australia. Great guy. He says he's been watching the Dolphins now for about a year. You know, but look, he's from Australia. He doesn't really watch American football, but he's I think he's got some Samoan in him, and so Tua was the guy that but the question was asked. I said, dude, if Tua leaves, are you going to stay a Dolphins fan? He's like, I love this community. So I don't have a problem with every single person
but that's comes over. Different. People who have gotten ingrained in this community because of people like me and you. They've gotten ingrained. That's why I have Buffalo Bills fans, not just because of the division.
Yeah.
I have fans.
Mike K's on my channel all the time.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Vlad is on my channel all the time.
Because they just love the fun that we have. You see what I mean? That's different, Steven. That's different. See, we're winning souls. We're winning souls. I'll just put it like that.
Our personalities just beam through the screen.
Yeah, and people are gravitating to that and they rock with us. Just put it like that. But there's some people that don't even listen to us straight up to an ears, and when they do, it's just to hate and defend. They are infiltrating, and they might have majority share, bro. The whole board is about to be revoted.
So if now here's the question. So if Tua ends up having this great season, like I believe he's going to have, what happens then? Are they now at the head of the table? Do they make the rules all of a sudden now? Because then they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere.
No, here's the issue. They're not here to stay. They're now cemented,
but they'll be majority. They'll be almost majority at that point.
There'll
be Dolphin fans to come over and be like, Tua did something that even Dan Marino couldn't do.
Well, here's the deal. This is what will happen if that happens. There will be more peace. Okay? There'll be shadow wars. There'll be more peace because Tua's winning. Tua's doing good, right?
Winning cures
all people like me want him to do, and we'll praise him so they won't have to fight with us.
Yep.
So there'll be more peace. But the issue with those people is at any point where it goes south, they will show themselves again. They will defend it again. And what I mean by that is, didn't Tannehill earn the next contract?
Tannehill did earn the next contract.
So if Tua gets 7 years because he earned the next contract, but it still ends like Tannehill, because you can't tell me the trajectory ain't no different from Tannehill right now. Nothing's really been proven early on. A lot of hope.
I said I have a theory that I've said on my channel that I've said that I think what fans don't want is another Tannehill situation where all of a sudden we're year 6 and 7 and we're like, why are we still putting our all into this?
But that's my theory. But Steven, watch this.
That's why there's such a short leash for Tua.
Watch this though. Tua's rookie year. Injuries.
Yeah.
Playbook. Sporadic. Right?
Okay. Fair.
Tannehill. No injuries. Can't throw the deep ball. Bad pocket presence. Both of them trash O-line.
Yep.
Okay. So technically, Tannehill actually, you would say the edge.
Well, and Tannehill had only been playing quarterback for 2 years at that point.
True, too. Second year, To me, same Tannehill, somewhat the same Tua. Some areas went down and very few niched up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And injury. Again, Tannehill, no injuries, right?
Yes.
Year 3.
Year 3 is when most quarterbacks make their leap.
Year 3, Tannehill finally connects on the deep ball. His biggest jump, most of his productivity, he finally connects on the deep ball, Steven.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what Tua's year 3 is, but let's just say
I think it's going to be big.
Say his ball placement is on point, and we finally see some good that we like, right? Year 4, Tannehill gets offered his extension with this deal. Tua gets offered his extension with the deal if he does progress. It still don't mean that we got our guy.
No, you're 100% right. I'm not.
So Tua can still make it to 7 years, bro, and this is why in year 7, if it goes down like Tannehill, maybe he's riddled with injuries like Tannehill started to be. Maybe whatever it may be, but if it doesn't work
Why did Tannehill get riddled with injuries, though? Because of
the O-line?
O-line, yep. He's been healthy in Tennessee.
And nobody can question Tannehill with health because he absorbed more pain than anybody. Tua getting pressure. Tannehill was getting hit.
He was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL during his 7 years with us.
Yes. Actually, he was the most sacked quarterback in NFL history in his first 4 years. It was him and 2 other guys.
Russell, right? Russell?
And somebody else. And then he also had the most yards in NFL history in the first 4 years. Him, Matt Ryan, and what's the guy in the Colts who's gone now?
Carson Wentz.
No, the Colts.
Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, Ryan Tannehill, and Matt Ryan. Top 3 in NFL history. So they put some stats up, but here's the deal. He also got sacked a lot. But what I'm saying is 7 years from now, Tua makes it to that, and we're like, it's time to rebuild and move on again. 2-9 is going to be there saying, oh, no, it's this, it's that, it's this. Then the fight's going to come again.
But that plays into my theory, though, TD, that I feel like the fan base is scared that we're going to be stuck, that this is going to be a replay of Tannehill all over again.
Thank you. And this is what I said to people on the last stream when I brought this whole thing up. The reason why us 30% over here sitting here like, nope, we ain't giving him nothing until he earn it, why we're important and why we're nervous and why we won't blindly support him about like aspiring or like having faith is because if we all have faith, what's important to an owner?
Wins.
What's important to an owner?
Money.
Thank you. What's driving money? If the whole fan base is with it, who's going to change it? You see, we can sit here and say we don't want to go through Tannehill again, but when you already got a cemented 40%, that yes, that's tea. You want water?
Yes.
No, not that. Just water here.
I don't want that one.
Okay, then it's mine. You ain't got to have it. Thank you.
You won't be coming over here talking about my water when you're trying to get my water.
So, close it for me, okay? So, my thing is, Steven, that's the very group that's going to be lobbying to redo a Tannehill situation. They're already 40% deep. And if they're lobbying for another Tannehill situation and we don't know if he can be the guy, of course you're going to get another 12% of the fans to get you over the hump to where we go down that road.
So let's talk about that 30%. You're saying there's 30% that are just sitting there with their arms folded saying, this man, in order for me to say anything positive about him, he's got to earn it. Correct?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
Now I'm going to say it's, yeah.
Okay.
So there's 30% of real Dolphin fans that's saying he got to earn it.
And we're because all this is Tannehill all over again. Tannehill 2.0.
There's 30% say he got to earn it. Okay. Then there's 30% I support him and I believe in him. He ain't got to earn it yet because. And then there's
40% that's Alabama Tua fans.
Thank you.
And
that's
why are you Tua fan?
That's how I see this whole thing, bro. This is what's really happening to us.
Okay.
So we're in a tough situation where that's 40%, Steven. All they need, in my opinion, is just 12 from the people like, hey, I support them regardless. And we're going into a Tannehill situation hoping that he's not Tannehill, but it's still the same entry. Even if he does well this year, it's the same entry. Because when Tannehill had his year, think about it. Tannehill progressed in year 3. And then year 4, he had his best season. He was 8-3 before he got hurt. It was the first time this fan base was begging for him to come back.
We were like, Tannehill, please.
Thank you. The whole time it was like, oh, and I had never seen even his haters beg for him to come back, finally. So it's easy to go and have a good year.
You sounded like the Rock just now. Finally. Sorry.
So he had a good year in year 3. We actually saw progression, and then he had his year 4 was on a trajectory of being phenomenal till he got hurt. We were 8-3. He was playing well, not turning the ball over. He was actually playing semi-Tennessee like. And that's when we also had the O-line. We also had the run game.
All right, so everything we're saying so far, I agree with. It's 100% factual. We can back it up. We can go back through the history. We can understand it. Mm-hmm. Now let's understand where we're at. We're after year 2. Year 3, I have always believed that quarterbacks, they get to year 3, they take a big jump no matter what the situation is. I do believe that Tua personally is going to have a huge jump this year from year 2 to year 3. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler. I think he's going to put up numbers. That's what I think. Okay.
Yep. Well, Pro Bowl, okay.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler, no doubt. In the AFC?
Okay.
I mean, look,
Steven, how many quarterbacks in the AFC go to the Pro Bowl?
3.
Steven, how many quarterbacks in the AFC go to the Pro Bowl?
3.
Is it? I thought it was 2, but okay.
3.
Hold on.
No, it's 3.
Pro Bowl quarterbacks. My bad. That's on me. I thought it was 2.
It's 3. I get the AFC's got a lot of good quarterbacks. I understand it. I think he's going to win NFL Improved Player of the Year or NFL Comeback Player, whatever you want to call it.
I want to quit getting called musical chair.
Well, you got to wait for Carter.
And I couldn't play it.
Oh, in your room?
Boy,
you want to play with Steven?
No.
You say you want to play. He want to play musical chairs.
You want to play musical chair? Bro, that would not be a good thing. I might break your chair.
We can't play Mommy because he's working.
Oh, she's doing some work?
Yes.
We over here working too. YouTubers.
Did you finish your lesson?
Don't have work?
Did you finish your lesson?
Yes.
You did? Let me see it. Bring it to me. Bring your books.
Tua, keep the receipt.
No Pro Bowl for Tua.
Keep the receipt. Tua will make the Pro Bowl this year.
Huh?
Keep the receipt. Tua will be a Pro Bowler this year. I'm telling you.
Stop. Hold on.
He will be.
So you're right. There's 3. So he's going to the Pro Bowl over Deshaun Watson. He's going over Patrick Mahomes. He's going over Russell Wilson. He's going over Josh Allen.
I don't think so. Russell's gonna struggle in Denver, in my opinion. Herbert is gonna have a good year.
He's going over Herbert, right?
Yeah, but you got to remember, one of these quarterbacks here are gonna make the Super Bowl.
He's going over Herbert, right? Oh, now you want to talk about the alternate. So now we got to be.
He will be a Pro Bowler. He will be a Pro Bowler.
So we got to be the top 4. I
didn't say it was an alternate or whatever. He'll be a Pro Bowler.
So we got to be top 4 then.
Yes.
Okay. So is he going over Herbert?
Question mark. Let's come back to him.
Steven.
Just do me a favor.
Did Herbert go last year?
Yes, didn't he? I think he did.
Okay. Is he going over Joe Burrow?
Burrow or Allen might be in the Super Bowl. So
I'm just asking, is he going over?
No, he's not.
Okay. Is he going over Josh Allen?
One of those two are going to make the Super Bowl, so they're going to cancel
I'm
out.
just saying, is he going over Josh Allen?
No.
All right, 2. All right, that's 2 quarterbacks we know he ain't going over. We're getting to 4, so we ain't got to worry about the cancel out. Okay.
Yep.
He going over Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Okay. So now no other quarterback. Okay. Is he going over Lamar Jackson?
Yes.
Okay. Is he going over Deshaun Watson?
Yes.
Is he going over Patrick Mahomes?
I already said no. I already said no to Patrick.
So, that was the third?
Yeah.
So we have Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
You're forgetting Derek Carr.
Hold on, I haven't gotten to them yet. We got Josh Allen, we got Patrick Mahomes, and we got
Tannehill.
Burrow.
Got Tannehill and Wack Jones.
And Burrow. We already got 3 he not going before. So you already have him going as the alternate over Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Over Herbert.
No, Herbert was yes. Herbert, yes.
Over Russell Wilson.
Yes.
Over Deshaun Watson.
Yes.
Over Derek Carr.
Yes.
Steven.
I expect an apology when it happens. I expect an apology from you. I expect a full stream that says this live stream is an apology to Stephen D because he knew what he was talking about. That's what I want.
In a system that isn't even going to be conducive for a quarterback to put up big
He
numbers.
will make the Pro Bowl. Tua will make the Pro Bowl this year. What did Andre just say? Put up Andre's comments.
Hold on, where is he? Andres Negron?
Yeah. Alabama fans kidnap Stephen for real to say that nonsense.
EM said, my God. TD, he crazy if he think he going over Deshaun Watson. Drop link. Oh, man, I'm going to drop it eventually, man.
The
Steven,
flip-flopping is real, EM.
No, Steven. See, you just put yourself in a hot seat this morning.
That's
Steven.
Okay.
Because now I got to call you
It's
out.
not the morning. See,
now I got to call you out.
This morning.
So we started out talking about the 40% of the Alabama fans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how they have come in and started trying to make rules. But the only way they can succeed is by infiltrating and influencing the 30% that's just going to support. They got you, Steve.
Pro Bowl, TD.
Steven, they got you, bro.
TD, Tua will make the Pro Bowl.
They put you in a spaceship. They've already rewired the brain and dropped you right back down. And now you work for them and don't even realize it.
Blouses.
Blouses.
I like that.
See, that was called the Tua delusion syndrome. It's a thing.
TDS. All right, I got you. That Twitter Spaces got Steven shook, boy.
Hey, listen, man, you get ops on Twitter, man. Them Twitter Spaces will get you some ops.
Look, all I'm telling you is I really believe that he will. I think it's going to be a significant jump. It's going to be a breakout year for him.
You said Pro Bowl.
I do, and I stick by it.
Totally ignoring the AFC quarterbacks.
I stick by because I'm not worried about those other teams. I'm worried about my team.
Steven, man, you know what, bro? We're going to have an intervention because I can't let you go out like this, lying to yourself like that. You are sitting here telling me what
I will say,
this man is going to be out.
You are the person that had me listen to Deshaun Watson's post game that first time, and you did flip flop my mind on Deshaun, where I was like, whoa. But look, here's the thing. Everything on paper. Let me just throw that out there. That Tua's going to improve this year significantly.
First of all, nothing shows he's going to improve this year.
That's a lie. The offensive scheme that McDaniel's instituting here is going to be
our offense will improve. That don't mean Tua will.
So all right. So here's the thing. This is what I said on my show. What is it? A couple days ago. We averaged 21 points per game last year, right? In order for the Dolphins to get an extra few wins, I don't think it's going to be a field goal that's going to make a difference. It's going to be an extra touchdown. So we go from 21 points per game to 27 points per game.
28.
Or 28 points per game.
Okay.
28 points per game puts us as in the top 10 offense in the NFL. Our offense improves by a touchdown every game this year with the people that we brought in. That's what I think. I think the people, the personnel we brought in, the scheme that we brought in, we improve. We make one extra touchdown every game this year. Oh, look at your wife. Oh, good luck in the draft. Good luck to the Cowgirls in the draft.
That's not my wife, Steven.
Huh?
That's not my wife.
That's not?
No.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it is.
Don't do that to me.
Steven, so you're going to automatically say this team is going to improve by 7 points.
By 7 points every game. Look, here's the reality. If it doesn't, then bringing in Tyreek Hill and all these players was a failure. Failure.
It's not necessarily true.
Why not?
I mean, it's not. I mean,
you go out and get Tyreek Hill, make all these changes to the offense. You better improve by a touchdown per game. Because if you don't, bro, like seriously,
let's look.
It was not worth it.
I want to look it up. Points per game by team. So Dallas is number 1 at 30.
Yep.
Tampa number 2 at 29.9.
Yep.
30. Buffalo number 3 at 29.8, which is 30. Kansas City 29.4.
Go down to 10. Just go down to 10.
10 is 25.6.
Okay.
Tied with Green Bay.
I said 27 to 28 points per game puts us in the top 10. It puts it I'm telling you right now, one extra touchdown per game puts us there. And if we don't do that, this season was a failure.
All right, let me bring things more realistic for you, Steven. Let me give you a better equivalence, and you might change your stance on that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm listening. I have open ear because I only have one good ear.
San Francisco averaged 24 a game.
Okay. San Francisco didn't have the weapons that we have.
Debo, Tyreek, cancel out. So you're telling me that Waddle is worth 7 points a game?
I think Waddle plus the backfield that we have now in the speed. Yes.
San Francisco.
I'm just telling you what
San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco. I mean, when you do the comparison, their O-line, you can say is better. They have an anchor. If Armstead.
If the Dolphins had if the NFL had this doesn't exist. So in baseball, there's a metric that they call WAR, wins above replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So if football had the similar thing, I think it should be called a PAR, points above replacement.
Yeah.
I look at Jalen Waddle and I say he's at least 3 or 4 points above replacement. Having him on your team gets you maybe an extra field goal per game.
I have to find it. They actually do have something of the equivalent, Steven.
Okay.
I'd have to find it though. So give me a day to find that because I've seen it before. They actually have the equivalents, okay?
Okay.
Of what people say a player is worth.
Okay.
Trust me, bro, the best of the best, the highest their value is gets to like 2 points. And I'm talking
now I'm talking about above replacement. I'm not talking about per game. So like in baseball, WAR would be how many extra wins does this player get you? So having Mike Trout on your team gets you an extra 7 or 8.
Yeah,
his WAR might be 7.
But wins aren't points.
I understand that. And because so that's why I said I would alternate it as points.
You can have the Saints who religiously scored 27, 28 points a game and still had 6 and 10 seasons.
Okay, that's fair. I get that.
So that's why the whole win-loss. But again, San Francisco averaged 24 a game. Tyreek, Debo, cancel them out. Waddle ain't worth 7 points a game.
TD, listen to me for a second. All right, let's go. I want to come back to this. We averaged 21 points per game this past year.
Okay.
Our kicker regressed from the season before that he had, correct?
Okay. He became an average kicker.
He became an average kicker, okay?
Most teams.
All right. Now, do you not think having Tyreek Hill and the offensive weapons that we added in the backfield allow us to maybe get an extra first down per possession?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So with that being said, I would like to think that would with that being there, I would say, okay, that's at least an extra field goal per game, at least. But I personally think that McDaniel's not going to settle for field goals with this offensive team that we have. We will be more aggressive, which means that we will average one extra touchdown per game.
I think you're overvaluing these
that's
possessions.
Fair. That's fine, and that's fair. That's a fair argument. I'm telling you what I think. And that's my thought process on this.
Bro, it's hard for me. San Francisco averaged 24. They have the same outlook that we have. I just feel like when you compare teams to teams, the only difference is we got Waddle. And I mean, Kittle's better than Gesicki. Garoppolo, at least at the moment.
Kittle's better than Gesicki? Blocking. There's the argument there. There's an argument
there's
there.
not. No, there's not. There's not. We got to stop this extra little bias because they are Dolphin.
Okay. That's fair.
We got to stop that. He's not. Just go look at the rankings.
Shout out to 305 Sports Babe in the chat. What's up?
Cammy, come in here. Come hang out with me.
Yeah, like I think that. What did Miss Phins say? You mean we will need to average 14 points because the defense averaged 6 points per game?
That's another thing. You need to go look at how many points the defense put up too, because that's another thing. A lot of these games are defense produced as well. Now I don't know if the defense averaged 6 though. I don't know the stat, but I would assume.
I don't think it was that high.
I would assume that it was probably like an average of about.
No, by the way, it wasn't the Dolphins, it was the offense. The stat is offensive points per game. And so our offense averaged 21 points per game, Miss Phins.
Well, actually, that's not true. Our offense averaged 20 points a game. Well, this is the team. I'm sorry, the team averaged 20 points a game. The offense, this isn't a breakout of just the offense, so I'm not sure. I can try to find defensive points per game.
Give me the offensive points per game.
Do they have that? I don't think many stats show that. You'll just have to see the defensive points a game and subtract it. Let me see if I can find it. Defensive points per game.
While you're doing that, let me make you make your fan base go a little bit more crazy. So there's 3 reasons that I really feel this way. Reason number 1 is I said it just a little bit ago. I believe on paper, okay, we have significantly improved our team. Night and day. And so we won 9 games last year, correct? I think with the offense that we had, with the personnel that we added on paper, we win at least 2 more games. That puts us at 11 wins. Okay? And I believe that we should have won 2 games that we lost last year. And because of the team that we have in place this year, I don't think we necessarily lose those games that we lost last year. So now that 11 wins goes to 13 wins. 13 wins puts us as a top 4 seed in the AFC. Top 3 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, we were the only team in the NFL.
That's I understand,
because that's the whole point. I mean, look at the Chargers. Did they not add enough pieces to have just as big of a jump?
I can't worry about what other teams do.
But that's the point. But you're jumping your team ahead of them, though. You're totally ignoring what they've done.
I understand the entire AFC got better. I get that.
So Steven, you mean to tell me if the Dolphins have Pat White and we win 10 games, and hear me out. Just say it. If the Dolphins have Pat White. If the Dolphins have Pat White and we win 10 games, and we go get Cleo, no, let me give you somebody better. And we go get Sam Darnold, and the Chiefs have a bum as well, but they go get a Patrick Mahomes. We just ignore that and just jump our improvement up there.
So in a scenario like you're saying, I would say that's an extra 3-4 wins for Kansas City and an extra 1 or 2 for us.
So that's all I'm saying. So you can't just say we'll get 4 more wins and that'll put us here. What about them other teams? And we play them, so it don't mean you're gonna beat them.
That's true too. But go look at we added 2 of the top 10 offensive linemen and Connor Williams and Teron Armstead, right? And we're not done adding O-line. Hopefully, I pray that we're not. Okay. Our backfield is 10 times, in my opinion, is better than it's been in the last 10 years.
It's
Alex Ingold, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mozart. That's speed, bro.
If they can stay healthy. And remember, we're talking about all these players that were on San Francisco last year in 24 points a game. 24 points a game.
They didn't have Tyreek and Jalen.
And another thing that you're not considering, the clock keeps running with this type of offense, this running offense. Possession, you get less possessions because you're trying to extend drives.
CFO Gaming says on paper we were supposed to beat Jacksonville last year. Fair statement, but that's also playing into my point of on paper is my point here. On paper. That's all I'm going off of. It's April 28th. We haven't played it down yet. I'm just going on paper what I believe is the case. Come training camp and preseason, I might be like, you know what? This just isn't adding up the way I was hoping it would. Come the first 4 weeks of the year, look, I'm flip-flopper. Okay. I can flip-flop any day that I want, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with flip-flopping. It's all pure speculation and indication on what I judge from what I see. And right now, I haven't seen anything on the field, so I can only go off of paper.
You feel like we got 7 points better?
I think we got 6 points better, and I think there's a difference.
So 26 points a game.
No, 26.1.
No, we scored 20.1 a game.
We scored 21 points per game.
We scored 20.1.
Okay, all right, so then 7. Yes, we got 7 points better.
So now you change it to 7 so you can make it 27.
Okay.
How many points per game do we get
7 points per game better. Because I don't think we're missing extra points.
Okay, so we've gotten up to 27 points a game. Here's why what I'm trying to tell you. There are already 6 teams that are already averaging more than that.
Okay.
So we're not going to be top 6 because they were already averaging that. And every single one of them teams I'm looking at probably got better with the exception of Dallas, but they were number 1. Okay? Now, mind you, See, and I want you to, and we don't know all the details, but let's just play this game. Let's play this game. New England, we're at 27-1, right? We already got 6 teams ahead of us. How many points do you think New England got better?
I don't think they got that much better. Who did they add?
No, I get it.
Devontae Parker's their best wide receiver.
No, I just asked you points. Even if you say 0.5, I don't care. I'm just asking you points.
I don't think they got better on paper.
So 0 points better.
Yes.
All right, cool. The Colts.
I'm interested to see Matt Ryan there.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't give you what was their points per game.
26.5. Is Matt Ryan at least a 1 point upgrade?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
They're going to score. So they may score more than us. That's 7. How many points did Cincinnati get better?
Cincinnati fully upgraded their O-line.
They probably got 7 points better too, but let's just say 1 point. They still going to average more than us because they already 26.3.
Okay.
Okay? That's 8 teams right there. Arizona?
I don't know what's going on. I'm not saying that. Right now, there's a lot of turmoil there that people aren't talking about. Who knows what's going on there?
So what I'm saying to you is this, though. Because, like, when you look at teams like Baltimore, they were up there with everybody, but at the end of the season, they lost 7 games in a row because they couldn't score. Defense.
They had a lot of injuries, too. They had a lot of injuries.
They're going to be right back up there. It's too many teams. Cleveland Browns. I mean,
all right. So time out. So let me pause you for a second, because I get your point, TD. The fan base in general, whether they're Tua supporters or Dolphin supporters, right, are super excited for the moves that we've made this year. Correct?
mm-hmm.
Super excited. Best offseason in the NFL in the last 30 years. Right? That's what you've been hearing. That's what I've been hearing. Right?
Yes.
You mean to tell me that the best offseason in the NFL, arguably, in the last 30 years, does not come with an extra touchdown per game this year? Because if it doesn't, it's not worth it.
I just find it hard to... It's going to be hard for us to say that we're going to score 27 points a game.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if you're right, then we're in for a very disappointing year is what I'm going to say. If you're right, we're in for a very disappointing year.
We may. I'm not saying that we won't. It's just, man, I would like to see it. I would like to see it. You would be 27 a game would put you
top 10.
It will put you 3, 6. It'll put you around 6 or 7. Let's just say 6. It'll put you at number 6.
It puts us in the playoffs and probably a playoff win.
Here's the deal, Steven. Points, people need to understand how points are made, bro. I want you to look at the top of this list. The Dallas Cowboys. Do you think they get their number 1 from Dinkin and Duncan?
All right. Can I pause you for a second?
Go ahead.
Can you go to points per game over the last 10 years?
I got the last 2 years.
And what was last year's highest points per game?
The highest points per game last year was 31.5 by Green Bay. Then Tampa 30.8. Then Buffalo 29.9. Same culprits.
Okay. So
29.
let's just say I think this is I don't know this for sure, but I think this is an educated guess. Over the last 10 years, there might be a handful of teams that have averaged over 30 points per game.
Mm-hmm.
In the year, right? I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah, 1 to 3 every year.
Okay, so with that being said, the top 10 is probably at 20. The over under is probably 25. 25, it gets you in the top 10.
In the top 10?
Yeah, over the last 10 years.
25 and a half. Let me see something. Let me equate that. Actually, I would say top 10 would probably average out somewhere around 27.
Okay. All right.
Last year was a down year for scoring.
Okay.
And I think that had a lot to do with some of your better teams that put up a lot of points with injuries, like Baltimore, who loves putting up 40 on any given game. So they only put up 22.
So with all of that being said, we're basically saying that a third of the NFL, if not a half of the NFL, let's say a third to a half, are going to be so significantly better that we're going to see jumps from all of those teams. Like the anomaly there is
some of them going
crazy.
Down.
Yeah,
some of them going down.
So now my hope is coming as a fan. I can admit that there's some homerism there in that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think my team's going to be the exception to that. They're going to get better. But I also think that our offensive line got 40% better based on 2 additional starters in Connor Williams and Teron Armstead. Okay. Our offensive weapons significantly got better, like major upgrade. And the offensive scheme got better again on paper with McDaniel. We don't know that for sure, but we can hope and assume that that's what's going to be the case.
I think we'll get 25 and a half points a game.
I think it'll be over that.
And Steven, that is a huge leap, bro. You don't realize that's a huge leap.
Does 25 and a half points get us in the playoffs?
Yes, because we only give up. Our defense only allowed. Let me go to it. Our defense only allowed 21.9 a game.
Okay. So you're saying that the defense isn't going to take a step back, that they're going to do exactly what they did the last 8 games of the year?
Well, no, I don't know. I'm hoping so. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, bro. like you have to equate it with your offense and defense. So when you look at the top defenses in the league, right? Buffalo only gave up 17 a game, but they also played scrubs. But that's what they gave up. New England actually was pretty terrible on offense all year. You know that, right?
Yeah, the fact that Wack Jones, that's, by the way, another reason I think Tua is going to be a Pro Bowler. Wack Jones was a Pro Bowler last year, y'all. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, but again,
I'm just saying he was.
why?
Because I don't
That's
know,
neither here nor
but
there.
yeah.
But hold on.
That's not the point that we're making. But
yeah. New England put up 26.6 last year.
The defense
Now,
or offense?
Their offense.
Okay.
But their defense held teams to 17.8. They had a big margin over other teams. But again, it's just what they ended on.
And how many wins did they have last year, New England?
Hey, what was there? Somebody in the comment section, if y'all can tell us, well, I'll look it up. New England record 2022.
Thank you, Smack Dollar. I appreciate it.
New England record in 2021. I don't know why I said 2022. They were
10-7.
10-7.
Okay.
So
they had an 11-point difference, right?
Which is shocking, and they didn't make the playoffs. And they put up 26 a game. 26.6 to be exact. Wow, the year before they only put up 20.4. And here's the funny thing. Do you know last year with Fitzy playing those games, Miami averaged 25 a game.
All right, so time out. Their offense, when Cam Newton was there, was putting up 20 points per game. And when Wack Jones got there, who made the Pro Bowl, by the way, they went to what, 25.5?
Yeah, but you got to see, this is the difference.
So in my opinion, okay, we have a different offensive coordinator, different playbook, different offensive weapons, and they all the arrows point in the upward direction, TD.
Here's what you're missing, Steven. This is the thing you're not factoring. Just like us, this makes your argument, but then I'm going to tell you the factor that you're not thinking about. Here's what makes your argument.
Okay.
New England. Oh, here. Hold on, Steven. Let me give him this real quick. I don't know where it is from. I don't know where mommy's is. Oh, here it is. There you go. And don't order anything. Okay?
$100 later.
Bro, you don't even understand. Every day we get 3 notifications, and we still. I just need to make a phone call to figure out how to turn off the allow to buy in apps and stuff like that. Here's what you got to realize: it wasn't just Mac Jones. They spent the most money in free agency. They actually loaded the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
But that makes your argument because that's what we did, right?
Yep.
But that wasn't the only thing that increased their money. I mean, there were wins. Their defense created tons of points. So that 26.6, I got to find how much each defense scored. Because that's going to be telling for all of this. How many points did your defense get? Because can you rely on them to get the same amount of points? You see what I mean?
No, I'm listening.
I'm going to try to find it, though. Hopefully I can find it. That's going to be telling everything we need to know. And we need to go off of the league average because defense is so sporadic, bro. You don't know. You can 100%. Play great defense, but don't get the points.
And by the way, I think this is such a great conversation that we're having because if fans want to argue amongst each other, this is the way to go about it. Because look, you might not agree with the way that I'm looking at it, but my points, my arguments, can be validated to a certain extent. Hey, look. You know, we saw what happened with this person when that person went to this team. Why not think that the same thing can happen with Tyreek Hill? And like, you know, I have said, multiple times on my show that I think the biggest acquisition this offseason was Matt Applebaum, the new offensive line coach from Boston College. And so even though we haven't gone out and gotten, we did go get T. Armstead. We did go out and get Connor Williams. And I do think we're going to make another move on the O-line somewhere, whether that's J.C. Treader or somebody in the draft. But I believe that, the people that we have in place are going to get better too because the coaching is better.
I found it, by the way.
Go ahead.
I found it. Dallas was number 1 in the NFL for points scored by the defense, 2.3 points.
Okay.
Miami was number 2 in the NFL.
And what were we?
2.1 points.
Okay, so a safety better.
Well, that's I mean, when you
so do you subtract that from the points per game?
It depends, and let me say this, bro. This whole NFL, nobody's scoring points on defense, really.
No.
Like, let me tell you this: from 22 to 32, all of them are very similar. 0.4 points a game.
Okay.
Now, let me put it like this. Let me tell you how many teams don't score 1 point a game on defense.
My guess is half the league.
No. It's more rare.
Really?
26 teams don't score 1 point a game.
On defense.
Atlanta is number 7 at 0.9 on defense.
So the Dolphins are in rare circumstance that their defense scores.
And that 1 point matters a lot of times. That 1 point is huge, bro.
Yeah.
So if you talk about a league average, it's 0.8. So I would say you need to give your team a 1 point factor because you don't know what is going to be any given. Like last year, our defense was better last year, if you ask me, right?
Yeah, 100%. In the last,
and we only averaged 0.9 last year. Points. We took away the ball, but points come at a premium.
They do.
Scoring.
So with your theory, and we're just trying to go based on my argument.
I will put everybody at a 1 point factor.
So our 27 points that I think we're at goes down to 26.
Well, no, just start at the 20.1 and subtract 1.1 if we just put it at a 1 point factor.
So now we're at 19.
19 points is what our offense scores a game.
Last year.
Well, our offense scores 18, but you can count at least 1 point for the Dolphins. We've been at least 1 point. We can give our defense 1 point.
So last year, our offense scored 19 points per game.
18. Yes, because the defense scored 2.1.
And what's an added touchdown?
On top of 18?
Yep.
Well, you don't want to go 19 and give us the defense a point?
No, I don't.
At least 1 point for the defense?
Not yet. Let me just do the offense first.
Okay. Plus 7, 18, that's 25 points.
All right. So you said 25.5 was that over-under difference, right?
That's where I feel like we're gonna be.
So if our defense does what they did last year, we add that 1 point. Now that puts us at 26 points per game, which puts us over the 25.5, which means to the circumstance, our
But
defense,
you say we scoring 28 a game, bro.
We're trying to find a neutral territory here, right? Isn't that what we're trying to do? Okay. If our defense does not take a step back, right, and the offense gets better by a touchdown and an extra point, which is what I think, we, by virtue of the conversations we're both having, are going to make the playoffs.
No,
you don't think that.
Prime example. How many points a game does that put us at?
We said 26.
26 and a half, right?
Was it a half? Yeah. Okay, fine. 26 and a half.
New England scored 26.6 last year.
And they did not make the playoffs.
And they had a better defense. Their defense gave up 17 a game is what I looked up.
All right.
And we gave up 21.
So
22 technically, 21.9. So it doesn't guarantee you.
Then what do we? So I gotta let's play devil's advocate here.
And we got a much tougher schedule this year.
Let's play
tougher.
Let's play devil's advocate here. Let's be a little negative for people that are. I'm gonna say some negative stuff here. What the hell did we do then Like, why did we make the moves that we made? Because they obviously are still not going to guarantee us a result of the playoffs.
Because number one, what we did is got better. Okay. Number two, there's also a factor that we're not considering here, and that is coaching.
Okay.
Because just because New England didn't make it in that circumstance doesn't mean like let me give you an example. Cincinnati only scored 26.3 a game.
They said New England. They said New England made the playoffs.
Did they?
So by virtue, I am right. We're going to make the playoffs.
Did they make the playoffs?
They didn't win.
Oh, they were first round. Oh my gosh, that hurts my head every time I tried to intentionally forget about that too. How in the heck did New England make the playoffs over us last year?
New England makes the playoffs.
So they made the playoffs with 26.6 as the wild card with 10 points.
So
that can get us in.
We make the playoffs next year.
But once again, it doesn't guarantee. Chargers scored 28 a game last year.
I like the point that you were going on. So by virtue of what we just said, we said they make the playoffs, right? You also said that by what we were talking about, we still didn't. I'm
sorry, forgive me, Steven. Forgive me real quick. I just had one more to give to you. Did Dallas go to the playoffs?
Yes, they did.
Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah. They lost to the 49ers. Remember? In the AFC divisional round.
The Dallas Cowboys? Hold on.
Cowboys made the playoffs last year, sir. Boy, where's your mind at? You got Cowboys made the playoffs last year, sir.
I don't remember seeing them in the playoffs.
Yes, they did.
Who did they play?
They lost to San Francisco. Remember, there was 10 seconds left, and Dak Prescott, instead of spiking the ball, ended up hiking it, and they lost because of stupid play because they don't know how to do the play clock.
Wow, you're right. The controversy.
Yeah. Yes.
That was a playoff game. I don't know why I was thinking it was the last game of the season. I don't know why I was just talking to a Cowboy fan. Like, well, y'all ain't made the playoffs either. Y'all were home just like us. Oh, my gosh.
Well, you 0 for 2, son. What's up? You all right? Check your head. Check yourself. You all right?
I'm forgetting about these irrelevant playoff appearances. These irrelevant playoff appearances.
But let's just hit the reset button. Dolphins, according to what we've talked about, will make the playoffs next year. Now, will they win a playoff game? That's going to be the question, right? Then the factor goes into what you were just talking about. Go ahead to that point because I like where you were going. We didn't bring in coaching. What else were you going to say? You said coaching. What you were on to something there, TD. You're on mute.
My bad, I was muted. So there's all kind of factors, man. People think that it's just points that get you to the playoffs. You want to hit a threshold that gives you a good opportunity. But just like the Saints every year, they put up tons of points, but they miss the playoffs typically, even with Drew Brees. He actually missed the playoffs a few years, putting up 29 points a game in some situations. Your defense has to be in order. Your offense has to be in order, but it's all game situation. And let me give you an example why sometimes points per game don't matter. You could blow out a team, right, and put up 45 points. But you could also lose 2 games where you put up 20, but you still average 28 a game and you're 1-3. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like Buffalo. They'll blow some teams out, but you can still lose certain games and don't put up many points at all. And your average will be high, but you're still losing. So it's the matchup and it's the teams you play. What matters most is your competition. Who are you playing? Who are you playing?
So by your point, strength of schedule is going to be a big
It's a huge factor in it.
Okay.
It's a huge factor.
And by the way, that's a point that I could take the argument in. And then that goes into, in my world, or in my view, I'm taking into account of, okay, we got significantly better than last year, by virtue of 2 games that we shouldn't have lost this year that I think we would have won with this team. I think we go because so instead of 9 wins last year, we would have had 11. And I think that we got 2 games better than we did last year already. So that puts us at 13 wins.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't equate by how many games you got better because your competition this year is if this schedule this year was last year, we might have lost 2 more games.
Even with the defense that we have.
Yes, you might have lost 2 more games. If this was the schedule last year, we might have lost 4 more games.
So all right, well, let's say 2. That puts us back at 11. So how many and
puts us back at what 11?
11 wins to make the playoffs.
No, it don't. Because how many games did we win last year?
We won 9.
So,
but I said 2 of those games that we lost, we should have won. So that puts us at 11. And I think
it'll put you back to 9.
Hold on. And I think our team got better by 2 games based on the personnel decisions. So that puts us.
Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. You're counting games we should have won.
Yes.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't do that.
Yeah, well, I do because
every year, every team loses games they should have won. Every single team.
But
every single team, it's inevitable.
I think, look, what
so we just gonna wipe that out for the Dolphins just because.
I mean, I just got to put it out there because I think that this team wouldn't have lost that Jacksonville game the way that it's designed right now. I don't think that this team would have lost that Atlanta game. I don't think that this team would have lost the Vegas game.
Hold on.
Because I don't think Mike McDaniel would have threw a pass in his own end zone for a safety. I'm just throwing that out there.
Got you, bro. I'll give you the Let me help you out real quick.
What are you doing?
I'll show you something. All right. Real quick, I'm pulling it up now because I want to ask you this question. All right. Should the last year Jets have beaten the last year Tennessee Titans?
I think anomalies are one thing.
No. Okay, let's go off of anomalies. Should the last year Jets have beaten the Cincinnati Bengals? I mean, it's the easy one.
No, so all right, so time out. Let me pause you for a second. To me, there's a and I get people are gonna fight with me on this or say that I'm a homer. That's fine. But to me, there's like the Atlanta game that we lost and the Jacksonville game we lost.
Mm-hmm.
We lost because of bad coaching, bad play calling, whatever. Like we shouldn't have lost those games.
Still things you got to build in this year. It don't mean Mike McDaniel and his first coaching stint won't have a bad game.
Time out. I look at the Jets-Titans game, and I say that the Jets beat the Titans because the Titans didn't show up. They didn't even show up for that game.
And we're not going to have games we don't show up. Like every team, every year.
But last year, I think we showed up to every single one of our games. The games that we lost purely based on something. There was a reason for it, not because we overlooked that team or we slept on them. The Denver game 2 years ago, that's a game we slept on. We shouldn't have lost that game, but we lost that game because we slept on that game.
They dominated us.
We didn't show up. We did not show up.
It's a difference when you can't show up,
and that's a perspective thing. You perceive that differently than I do.
Steven, all I'm saying to you is this. This team shouldn't lose to the Falcons and Jags of last year. But it happens to everybody.
Okay, so you don't even want me to count those 2 supposed wins that we would have had.
No. Well, what I'm saying is you want to count wins when
it's convenient for me.
Like, have you ever went through our schedule and said how many teams we should have beat last year?
Yeah.
How many?
3. There's 3 games we should have beat last year.
No. I'm not saying that we didn't. How many in total we should win, even if we did win?
Oh,
last year
I thought we were a 12-win team, 12 or 13-win team.
Well, we'll go through it in a second. But what I'm saying in that regards is we sit here and we count up 12, 13 wins and we came out with 9. That means we fell short 3 to 4 of what we thought we should win. Every year.
That's a fair statement.
This year, when you look at the schedule, if you get to 12 or 13, you're being a homer. Even if we beat them, even if we do win 12 or 13. When you look at the schedule this year, you are doing nothing but being a homer if you can count up to 13.
Okay.
That we should win. Nobody's going to say we should beat the Bengals. Even right now, they're not going to say we should beat the Chargers. I believe we will, but they're not going to say we should. There's too many games. Twice, nobody's going to say you should beat Buffalo. They're only going to say you should beat New England once. Even though we swept them last year. But last year, man, I mean, I want you to really think about it, Steven. Go through the playoff teams from last year. The non-playoff teams. Sometimes that's the best way to gauge it. Non-playoff teams. Saints didn't make the playoffs. Jets, Giants, Panthers, Jets again, Baltimore, Houston, Atlanta, Jags. Did the Colts make it?
Colts did not make it.
Colts. We had 10 games last year from non-playoff teams. So I'm going to count New England twice. Even though we beat them, I ain't even count them. 10 games of non-playoff teams. Now, when you go to this season, let me see if it's up here yet. And I know these teams are different, but this year, but at the same token, let's look at the non-playoff teams this year. I'm pulling it up. Baltimore, Chicago, Lions, Jets. Did Pittsburgh make the playoffs?
Yes, they did. They barely got in.
Green Bay got in. Did Minnesota?
They got him because that last game of the year didn't end in a tie.
Did Minnesota make it?
I don't know. I don't know if Minnesota got in or not last year.
Y'all let us know in the comment section if Minnesota made it. Jets again. Houston, Chargers. We got to 7 this time. It could be 8 if Minnesota didn't make it. I don't know if they made it or not. I'll just go playoff bracket.
No, they said no. They didn't.
So 8. That's 2 more playoff teams.
That we have to play this year.
That were playoffs last year. That's 2 more. And remember, I didn't count Baltimore. I didn't count I counted Baltimore. I counted the Chargers. These are teams that are prime that everybody would say on paper have a better chance to making it this year than us. Minnesota, with the NFC being weaker, have a better chance of making it than us. When this season is said, season is over, bro, we might end up only have played 5 non-playoff teams when this season is over. We might literally have only played 5 playoff teams.
So if if that is the case, and I come to fruition with what I believe that Tua is going to have this, like, he's going to have a hell of a year then. I'm not saying he will. But if he shows up the way I think he is, bro, I don't want to hear no arguments from anybody. The thing for me is the room for error for Miami is so small. People don't realize that. The AFC is so stacked. The room for error is so small, man. It's so small. And people don't, one little letdown could be your season.
One game letdown that shouldn't be could be your season. One bad decision here and there could be your season. And honestly, truth be told, the most scary thing about our roster, one bad injury could be your season. Teron Armstead.
All right, so all right, then let's go into how this team is right now. What else do we need to do to shore up?
I keep saying the same thing. Right tackle, middle linebacker. Let's go to war.
I'll even say this. I'll even say, like, I know people don't want to hear it, but I mean, Debo, like, we should be going after Samuel.
Listen, I gave the ideal situation yesterday and what I would do if $10 billion sat in my lap and I went and bought this team from Stephen Ross this very minute, and I have decision power where I'm walking in right before the draft right now, I'm saying, Chris Greer, this is what I'd want done or you're fired. Okay? Number one, send San Francisco a 2023 pick right back because they're going to suck without Debo. So that is a valuable asset for them. Send Debo our way. That's number one. Number two, I'm taking Christian Wilkins and Mike Gesicki and some late round picks and what's his name?
I'm not getting rid of Christian Wilkins. I'm not getting rid of him.
Call it what you want. I'm taking Christian Wilkins. I'm taking Mike Gesicki, and I'm taking Teddy Bridgewater, and I'm sending him to Tampa, and Brady's coming in the building. Right after that, soon as Brady arrived on the private jet, Brady called Gronk, tell him go and come in. So we got our Gesicki replacement temporarily for the next 2 years with them too. Then I'm taking my last first round pick, and I'm going to get me a right tackle or J.C. Treader at the center. And I'm going to war. I'm going to win 2 Super Bowls back to back, might even be undefeated. And we might even be undefeated. And guess what? I told everybody.
Y'all better not be up here saying nothing about me over here. TD living over here in a fantasy world.
Listen, well, at least I told you it was my fantasy world if I was the owner. And guess what? The most beautiful part about it all that should appease everybody, guess who's still on the roster that we didn't trade? Tua Tagovailoa gets to sit behind Brady for 2 years and truly learn the system. And once Brady retires and owns part of the team and he up in the office, Tua could be the franchise quarterback. Now he'd be forced to take a smaller deal because he ain't did nothing, right? And he could also still afford weapons around him, and we could carry on with Tua.
Okay.
And you know the crazy thing about this fantasy, Steven?
Yeah.
Tell me why it wouldn't work if they really tried it.
I think it would. Now, do I think it's going to happen? No. So let me bring you.
They won't do it.
Let me bring you down to earth a little bit, and let me bring you a more tangible scenario that I believe is more realistic. Okay. Will it happen? Probably not. But let's just play my scenario out. Okay. So now what I would do is I would trade our 2023 first round pick, not San Fran's, 2023 first round pick, along with one player of their choosing on the defense. You get to pick one player on defense. You get to get your first. You get first round pick. You get our first round pick, and you send it over to San Fran. You get Debo Samuel. Okay,
that's too much, but okay.
Okay, I'm just telling you what I think it would take to get Debo. Right. So now we get Debo Samuel. So now Debo Samuel's in the building. Now what I would do is I would then say, okay, what else do we need? We need offensive lineman, interior, whether that's center or right guard. And we also need to go out and get a middle linebacker. Melvin, Melvin Ingram, signed. Tyrann Mathieu, signed. J.C. Treader, signed. Bam. Right there. That's all we need to do, and I automatically think we're one of the best teams in the AFC.
And where did you get the money from?
Well, the money does not matter. We would make that work.
How?
Stephen Ross has been signing blank check for signing bonuses, and so we would be able to get all 3 of those guys, stay under the cap for this year. 100%.
Oh, okay, Stephen, let me ask you a question. Which scenario gives you a guaranteed Super Bowl?
I don't think either one of them do. But I would say it's more like I think
you
it's
mean
more
to
like
tell me
I think it's more likely that the Brady scenario would get us to a Super Bowl. I'll give you that. But that's not gonna happen, bro.
Hold on. You mean to tell me why not? Why it couldn't happen?
Because
Why?
like we've been trying and it has not happened yet.
No, we haven't been trying. We just stopped. First of all, it was done. We stopped because of the lawsuit. They don't want to be complicit. They don't want to basically prove what's being alleged. So it ain't that we've been trying and couldn't. We just stopped. The plan was the plan.
In my scenario, here's the best part. We get Tua the full season to do what he's going to do. If Tua fails, we then can trade either Waddle, Tyreek Hill, or Deebo Samuel for another first-round pick, along with San Francisco's first-round pick next year, and go get any quarterback we want, anywhere we want. Whether it's a veteran, whether it's somebody in the draft, it does not matter. In my scenario, we are able to do whatever if Tua does not work out this year. I'm giving Tua one more year.
Hold on, Steve.
You went on mute.
I said, give me a second. I got to go check something.
All right. I know some of y'all don't believe me. That's fine. That's fine. Look, I'm running TD's channel for a minute. Hello. Miami Sports Music in the building. Now, take this TD FINSTALK off. I like it. I like it. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something TD don't know. I'm going to promote my show. Y'all, every morning, go check out Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blackers. Okay? #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blackers. I don't know what y'all doing with your TD ain't on in the mornings. Come see me. Come see me. There are plenty of seats at the table for you. We would love to see you. Love to see you. Go right. I can't pull it up on the screen. Somebody drop the link to the channel on YouTube. Miami Sports Music YouTube. Go right now. All 242 of y'all watching. Go hit that subscribe button. Go subscribe. Let's go. Let's go. All right. That was cool. I got to promote myself on TD. Anyways, look, hit the like button right now. Share. Let people know that we're here. I'm super excited. What do y'all can ask me any question in the chat right now and I will answer it. Let's go. I will answer it right now. Any question in the chat. What do y'all got for me? What do y'all got for me? Let's go. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. And y'all do it for TD. Go donate to TD's channel. Let's go. If you want to ask me a question, donate to TD's channel right now and ask the question. Let's go. I like it. I like it. All right, first question. Tor2up says, do you think Deebo gets traded today? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do think that Deebo gets traded today. Phins Nation TV, what's our record going to be? I think the over-under is 11, and I want to shoot for the over. AA says, where were you this morning? Had some personal stuff that I had to take care of, man, dealing with some family issues and just trying to fix all that before I go. Adam Padilla, appreciate you shooting the link. Everybody right now, click on that link and go subscribe to the channel. Steven, when TD dropped the link, I will tell you why y'all won't make the playoffs this year. G Money Uptown. Okay. AA says, I took over this morning, Miss Phins. Will we trade up? Greg Fontaine says. I don't think we trade up into the first round tonight, but I do think there is a scenario where we can trade up into the second round tomorrow. I do think that there is. I think that Tyler Lindbaum scenario is something that we should keep an eye on. We should definitely keep an eye on it. Stephen D, would you be shocked if the Dolphins trade back up into the first round and get a quarterback? Yes, I would be. I don't think there's really any scenario where that ever happens. Green Rat 100 says, do you think the struggles if we don't send pressure first 7 games? Send X. Do you think X struggles if we don't send pressure first 7 games like he did last year? I think that we'll learn from our mistakes from last year and do better this year is my personal opinion of that. Donald and Irene Young, Stephen D, your reason for optimism is commendable. However, you cannot omit rookie head coaches typically unsuccessful their first year. The anomaly is turning it around the second half of the season. Look, that's a fair statement. That is a fair statement. Hey, man, I took over your channel.
Hey, that's anytime.
I took over the channel, and I got people to donate. Let's go.
Steve, you already read it?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay,
I've been reading everybody's chats. So they've been asking me questions here.
And another thing, Steven, that we in regards to what we're talking about,
That I'm awesome and amazing. I know this, TD. You don't have to tell me.
go get everybody you want. We still gonna be at the mercy of Tua being great or not.
I think he deserves one more year.
No, we know that. What I'm saying is, which one? Let me ask you, which scenario is better for his future? Think about that too.
So in my personal opinion, I don't think there's any scenario where any other quarterback comes in and Tua stays here, because I think you do that, you then have, like, it's already ruptured, you've already repaired it, you have a good thing going right now. But if you lie to him again, it's like it's a wrap here.
Well,
It's
I
a
don't
wrap.
think it's about lying. It's about being honest. You know, here's the new system. We want you to truly develop and be developed the right way and brought up the right way. We don't want you to have to rush into a system that you're going to be learning, expecting you to be playing on a 10-year vet level right now. We want you to develop in this system, but we also have a roster that's ready to win now. And we may be stuck with the bag of having a awesome roster, but you're not ready for that yet. So we're going to bring Brady in. We're going to keep you, and Brady's going to play for a year or two. And right when he retires, you're going to be our guy, because we're going to invest these next few years in making sure of that. That's all it's about.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be best for his future, because if he plays this year and ain't that dude, bro, that could be career. That could be an issue with his career, because say he don't make it this year and they move on next year, right? Because you just wasted, in my opinion, a Super Bowl roster with the right quarterback a whole year if he don't work out this year. Now you go to another team or get traded, you got to learn their whole system, and they might put you in a pro-style system day one, which you should have been in day one here while you struggled and got better. But that's neither here nor there. But this could be a career season for Tua right here. And everybody like, yeah, watch he prove you wrong on this season. Okay, we're here for that. But if you had to mortgage you and your family's home on it,
I would not.
Would you be exactly? Would you keep that same energy? And the answer to that question determines whether or not you're Tua near. The answer to that question will determine whether or not you're Tua near. Somebody said, wait, with Tua not being elite physically, wasn't he supposed to be elite mentally and ready to play? Why would he need 2 years to learn? I hope I'm wrong, but to win, I think we need to upgrade at QB. Well, you know, maybe he'll shock us this year. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see with Tua. He just has to perform. He has the weapons to perform, and those guys are going to make life easier for him. They're going to get the extra yards, the yak that moves the ball and takes less responsibility out of his hand. Those guys are there to take him out of 3rd and long. That's what we've created for him. Some quarterbacks 3rd and long, no problem. Let me do me. Tua has weapons that'll take him out of the 3rd and long situation now. So I think we've built around a player and given him everything he's going to need to be successful. Now he just got to go be successful. But remember, what's around him is helping make him. He's not making the situation. And that's what people need to understand. He's not making it himself. Well, TD, every player needs stuff around them. Yeah, I agree, but there's levels to that. Some need more than others. Some need more than others.
Let me ask you, just to talk a little draft talk before I get out of here. I can't stay too much longer. But,
yeah, you're good, because I'm ending this in like 10 minutes anyway. I'm going to get my son from school, then we got musical chairs to play and all that.
Well, you need to rename this Stephen D and TDPHINSTALK. You need to rename this YouTube thing.
Nah, I got you. I'll update it.
Is there what trades go down today? Do any big trades go down today on draft night?
Told everybody yesterday, look out for Kyler Murray.
Really?
Who knows? Why not?
Really?
They just picked up the 5th-year option. And that's not just because you pick up the 5th-year option. That gives them better flexibility in trading him.
And you feel the same way about Christian then too.
He could be on the move, or we'll keep. If we don't get the right deal, it is what it is. But if somebody offers the right deal, Christian could be gone. Mike Gesicki, look out for him to potentially be gone day 2.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson situation, don't sleep on it. Mekhi Becton in New York, that's an interesting situation because they're looking to draft Evans at number 4 overall, and Evans is a stud.
Okay.
And Mekhi has had a lot of injuries, but he's still a ridiculous talent. But they don't like Mekhi because he put on even more weight. He got up to 400 pounds while he was with the Jets.
Okay.
And but it's a lot of players, Steven, man. Look out for AJ Brown. That situation. I would listen, Tom Brady. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's not likely. But that situation, Debo, of course.
Laramie
Tunsil.
Point blank. I want to get to both. Does Debo get traded tonight? Yes or no?
I don't know. 50-50, bro.
And what are 3 places he can land?
Jets, Miami. That's all I think is gonna happen. Those teams. Go put your shoes on. We're going to get Carter.
I think I'll add 2. I'll add 2 other teams to you. 2 other teams, Baltimore and Green Bay, also might be factors in that Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, I've heard the Baltimore. I've heard he don't want to go there because Lamar Jackson's hasn't committed, and that means a lot for guys like him. But Baltimore, that'd be scary. That would be scary to have the mobile quarterback that Lamar is, to have a guy like that in the option and different ways you can use them. That would actually be scary.
That would be crazy.
Put it like this. If you had Deebo Samuels last year when we played you, you would have been a lot more successful with that zero look. Because him in the one-on-one, he can break a tackle. It can get scary. But yeah, man.
All right. Laramie Tunsil, does he get traded today?
No, but could. He could.
So here's what I think. I think we're going to see 3 trades go down tonight.
Whether that be screen.
If the Browns get Deebo. Whoo. I mean, look, look. Debo's getting traded tonight, in my opinion. I think he's gone tonight. I could be wrong. I probably am, but I think if he gets traded at all, it happens tonight.
As long as the Dolphins are not the AFC, because there's too many teams. If they add him, boy, I'm telling you, him alone to one of these teams that are playoffs, bro, I'm telling you, just got that much harder. There's too many teams that if you add him to, they instantly have a better offense than us with the weapons we have. There's too many teams, man. Like, we got the edge over a lot of teams right now, but you add Deebo to so many of these teams, they automatically leapfrog us.
Do you think the Dolphins will jump into the first round?
No, but no, they're not.
I don't think so either. Do you think they jump into tomorrow night, into the second round?
That's very possible.
I think it's very possible too.
Deebo and Diggs. Imagine that.
Oh, just shoot me now.
Bro, if Buffalo was to trade, I don't care what they traded away. If they got Deebo, Steven.
We not winning the division. I know that. We not winning the division.
Steven, I ain't going to talk. All right, man. I got to get out of here anyway.
Hey, hey, real quick. If you could just give me 2 seconds. Go follow me on social media right now at Stephen D. As a matter of fact, Twitter. I'm trying to get my Twitter game up. Go follow me on Twitter right now at Stephen D. SKPO. Please go.
How many followers you got?
Right now, I have, give me 1 second. I have 1,733. I want to get to 2,000 followers on Twitter. And then the other thing I want to do, as far as our channel is concerned, on Miami Sports Music. We are 8,580 subscribers. I want to get to 10,000 subscribers.
You'll get there this off season, bro.
So
Y'all go over, make sure you subscribe, and hit the like button on every video.
On every video. Go do that right now.
I changed the title, so we good.
Hey, man, I enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. I'm sorry I didn't do my show today, but I don't think I would have done your show if I didn't do my show today, so it all worked out.
Man, I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate you unblocking me. And
Whatever.
Hey,
Whatever,
but
dude.
listen, everybody, I might even be live before tonight anyway. I don't know.
I'm going to my buddy's house who's a Ravens fan because I live here in Baltimore. And so I will be rocking all of my Dolphins stuff at the Ravens house tonight.
When they trade Lamar to us?
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Listen, man, I'm about to get up out of here, but I will say this, man, Fins up no matter what. Stephen D, thank you so much for coming through, man.
I love you, brother, man. Seriously, I love you.
Same here, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Listen, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Miami Sports Music and go follow Stephen D on Twitter, all social media, man. Go make sure that you go subscribe and follow. Don't forget. I know some of y'all just be kicking back. If you want to do it for me, man. Make sure you also go follow Miss Phins. She's been putting in work. From my understanding, I see that she actually dropped the stream this morning around 8 a.m.
Miss Phins. Yep. Shout out to Miss Phins. Miss Phins, I'm going to subscribe to your channel right now. I'm typing it in.
Yep. You ain't subscribed. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
Subscribe. I just subscribed, Miss Phins.
And listen, whether I'm gonna be live or not between now and the draft, I will be live around 7 to 7:10. All right, so y'all get ready for that. Anyway, I gotta get out of here, go get my son from school. Love y'all so much. Fins up no matter what. Peace. We are out.
Fins up.